Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to playing Desperate Housewives part 10. So in this part we need to go talk to the therapist and also head over to the pet shop and sell him a wristwatch we actually took from sticking around the neighborhood. And then we have to decide whether we want to clear Bonga's name, so tell Miss Davenport that actually Lynette's children made a mess of her garden, or do we wanna shut up Miss Davenport by getting her by giving her $2,000? Do we just wanna or do we wanna blackmail her with her secret about Mr. Davenport? Okay, so also we need to check in with Daniel about his fashion show. We wanna confirm our part in the show. Okay, so right now let's actually work some on our cooking skill. We actually progressed to the chef skill. These dishes are high quality restaurant caliber fare, sure to test your skill. So let's make some choconana surprise. Preheat oven to 350. Then we also need to chop a banana. And put it all in a bowl. And mix thoroughly. Now we just wait for the dessert to be cooked or baked in the oven, and then we have to remove it from the oven. And overall quality is perfect. Okay. Also, after eating and cleaning our house a bit, I wanna work some more on our garden because there's probably pests all over the garden.
Now what?
Let's do some laundry. Okay, so I actually need to make some chairs and the couch. And also bed, but I think we'll just leave that for now. I don't really feel like walking upstairs and doing the bed right now, so let's just head out. Work on some of our garden and then let's head to the shopping mall. Okay, so let's get rid of the past one, and there's also one left. Okay. Is there any weeds? I don't think so. Okay, so we're also almost at the level 3, so we may soon be able to purchase some new flowers. Okay, so let's just head to the mall. And actually, let's go and sell him that wristwatch we just collected from the, wait, was it Scala Cats? Scala House? It's probably Tom's watch.
Hello
so,
again. What treasures
yeah.
do you have for me today?
Will this watch suffocate? Wait, what? Suffocate.
Actually, that will do quite nicely. Thank you. So, now that I have something new on my wrist, would you mind helping me find something for my lady friend?
So now we're searching for something.
I would like to get her a nice piece of jewelry as a present. And I know that she is quite fond of beautiful and expensive jewelry like Gucci. Just keep that in mind.
So like a woman jewelry.
Is there anything else that I can do for you?
Nothing right now, bye. So now we have to find nice jewelry. Perhaps even a Gucci bracelet. Well, do I have one? Miscellaneous jewelry. Small jewelry box with miscellaneous jewelry. While not particular, the pawn shop would likely give you some money for it. We have something else. Maybe
Hello
that will
again.
do.
What treasures do you have for me today?
Yeah, I think it'll do just fine. I happened upon a very nice piece of jewelry. With this piece, please, for your lady friend.
Exactly what I asked for. You really seem to have a flair for this. I can always use a new treasure. If that is the case, I would like you to find me a Jettington Mint's cold cast bust of Ronald Reagan.
Wait, what's that again?
This one is going to be a bit harder, since the authentic ones were only given to the top 2% of campaign contributors.
So, like, maybe we should head to Carlos Solis' house and find it there? I'm not sure.
Is there anything else that I can do for you? A Jettington Mint's Ronald Reagan bust. Apparently, the authentic ones are quite rare.
Or maybe the Fox's brother's house.
Is there anything else?
We'll see. Okay, so let's just head over to our second session with the therapist.
Hello again. Very good to see you.
Good to see you too, Doctor.
So, since our last session, how have things been settling for you?
Despite my son's interesting start, I feel like I'm settling in.
Sometimes the only way for us to see our true colors is to work through tough situations. But it sounds to me like you're taking everything in stride and doing well. Good. Speaking of your son, how was it dealing with your lack of recollection and his childhood?
Extremely difficult. I can tell you how painful it was looking into his eyes and not being able to remember the day he was born. Let's just say that James had his hands full taking care of two needy people at once. You have no idea what it's like to be a mother and have no memory holding a baby in your arms for the first time.
And as time went on?
Well, even though I was satisfied it was a bizarre time, the trauma injured a key part of my mind, which actually forced me to relearn a lot of things. My life was as close to normal as it could be, I guess. After all, life is just what happens when you're making other plans. Life was good, on the surface at least, but I couldn't quite get over this feeling that I was living a dream.
And your husband, how did he react to all of this?
He barely left me alone during the first few years. He was so patient and I love him for that. I would say he was a changed man, but that would imply that I remember how he was before the accident. Nevertheless, he was amazing and always at my beck and call. Extremely nurturing. I just felt so bad that he had to go through it all. Imagine having to describe your entire relationship to the person you've been married to for years. It must have been awful for him.
It sounds like he has played a very strong supporting role in your life.
I suppose, but I just feel like things are off sometimes. I can't put my finger on it. Yes, I just wish I could recall my past more for him than me. He has and appreciate it, and I love my marriage, but it feels like a huge chunk of me is missing.
Well, that is what we're here to find out. And I'm sure that he has interest in you rediscovering your past as well. So, let's begin by retracing the steps with your earliest memories and work forward.
Well, I can remember most of my childhood, going to the park with my mother and father, my confirmation, even my first kiss back, everything is clear until...
What is that memory?
Well, it's pretty hazy, but I remember a boy, and I think we were dating and something bad may have happened. It's pretty hard to remember. It's stupid, I guess. It had something to do with my first boyfriend, it was ninth grade, and I can't remember his name. This is so frustrating. Why can't I remember what happened? I can recall my feelings, but no faces, no details.
It's all right. Just follow what you do remember. Eventually, the floodgates will open. So what do you remember after that?
That's when things fall apart. I only remember bits and pieces of events and people after that.
It's okay. We'll stop there. Perhaps some time to think about this period of your life will help you recall something. I'll give you a call for your next appointment in a week or so, and we will continue. Have a great day now.
Okay, so actually before we started talking to him, I just used this herbal remedy tea to see if it would improve our needs. Yeah, I think it improves composure. And okay, perfume just improves our appearance. And we can't exactly use that body bar. We can only use it while washing our hands with this item in our inventory. And it will leave you feeling fresh and clean, giving you a lingering bonus to your appearance needs. So basically to this one. Okay. So let's go and go talk to Miss Davenport, or maybe search it online. It says look for information about at the space by searching for the name Davenport on your computer. Yeah, let's actually search it on the internet first and then go talk to her. So there's basically two articles. One about his marriage with a woman named Elizabeth Folkwell, and not Miss Davenport actually. I thought this was his first wife, maybe. And then there was this news about his death or the cause of it. It would appear that Miss Davenport was less than truthful about her husband's disappearance. Use this secret against her to finally put an end to her rampage. Like, maybe she had something to do with what happened to him, or maybe she just called it up to keep getting his checks. It's not clear yet.
Hello, how are things?
Is the important know the truth about Rod? What if I told him that I find evidence that someone other than Bungo was responsible? I have your $2,000. Those little cow brats are the ones to blame. I brought you their muddy little shoes as evidence. So that's why we basically just picked up their shoes. Never mind, goodbye. So we can choose between just telling her that Bungo was responsible, giving her cash, blaming the Scowl kids, or saying goodbye. Okay. Let's just basically blackmail her.
The truth? What the devil are you talking about?
You've been pretty sneaky for a woman so advanced in years. You had me fooled about your husband's passing too.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Of course my beloved Rod is dead.
Well, maybe too he is, but surely that new wife of his will find out just how life is on their honeymoon. Oh, so he actually isn't? He's alive and he married some other woman while still being married to Miss Davenport.
No, Rod.
Now the Starming return, I am so over you and your act. Miss Davenport's rampage has been killed. Inform Mike that the situation has been diffused and the Bungo's innocence is unmarred. Oh, so this is the Mike's house.
Hello. Found anything new that might be able to help with this Mrs. Davenport situation?
Hey Mike, I took care of it. Miss Davenport won't be bothering you or Bungo for a while.
Thanks for clearing that situation up. I really appreciate it.
What are good neighbors for, if not to help each other out?
Well, the best I can do is offer you free plumbing services. Anytime you have a leak, let me know. Thanks again.
Okay, so now we just have to check in with Daniel about the fashion show.
I knew you could do it. Now let's get on with the presentation of the lovely models.
Competition. It's hardwired into us from an early age. It can bring out the best, as well as the worst. And while every competition has its winners, it must by definition have its losers as well. Sometimes it's best to stand back in order to allow others to shine.
What did Bree's dad do for a living? Choose one judge, warden, persecutor. Wasn't he a persecutor, I think? Yeah, he was.
Any fashion designer will tell you, the right design communicates something powerful to all observers. The right outfit can help us express many facets of our personalities, sometimes even more than mere words. Although sometimes we choose our clothing to intentionally hide what lies beneath.
So who's this man? And also seeing Susan and Edie, I don't think it is too happy about not being on the show, what Susan is. Hey Daniel.
Listen, I can't talk too long, but basically there's a little work left to do on your dress. Come by sometime and we'll talk about it, okay?
Okay, see you soon. So let's head over to the park, where the fashion show will be held. Daniel needs a little help finishing up your dress, but with his talent it should look absolutely fabulous in the show. Meet Daniel in the cul-de-sac to tell him what kind of dress you want, and I'll help him do whatever it takes to make the outfit complete.
Ah, you're here.
Just as promised.
So now that you're here, I have good news and bad news for you. Which would you rather hear first?
Let's hear the good news.
The good news is that since I haven't made the dress yet, you get the chance to customize it to your liking. Each color of the spectrum conveys a different set of ideas and emotions, all of which can have a compelling effect on the audience while you're on the catwalk. And lucky you, you get to choose the color of the dress. The other girls didn't get to have this much input, you know. So, do you know which colors you want?
Can I hear the description again?
Each color of the spectrum conveys
Oh,
a different
okay,
set
so
of
you
ideas
just
and
basically
emotions,
told us the same
all of
thing
which
again.
can have a compelling effect on the audience while you're on the catwalk. And lucky you, the other girls didn't get to have... So, do you know which colors you want? So what color did you want the dress?
So we basically can choose between 4 different colors. Blue, calm and serene like the ocean. Yellow like the golden sun. Red, fiery, energetic and passionate. Green, the color for brightness and life. I think I'll go with the blue one.
Great, I'll make a note of that. And now for the bad news. The bad news is that I don't have all of the right fabric I want to use for the dress. I've been looking all over and contacting everyone I know trying to get a hold of a really unique luminescent textured fabric, but I can't find it.
Sounds rare.
And expensive, too. It's absolutely necessary that I have it. Maybe you'll have better luck finding it than me. But then again, the only people that would have access to it would be the ones that have that kind of money to spend on their clothes. And there aren't too many devoted fashion plates out in the middle of suburbia, I imagine.
I'm sure something will turn up. I'll keep an eye out. As luck would have it, the only fabric that Daniel thinks is worthy of your dress is extremely hard to come by. There just has to be someone on Wisteria Lane that would have what you're looking for, but who? Well, if it's... Yeah, I was just thinking of Gabby.
I heard you were looking for something.
Actually, yes I am.
Word has a way of getting around. You know how that can be.
Right. So, what can I do for you?
Listen, I talked with Daniel. He told me what you were looking for, and I think I can help you out. Come over and we can have a chat and maybe we can work something out.
That will be wonderful, Gabrielle. I'll be right over.
Great. See you soon.
Also, with Edie not being the show, I think she will try to sabotage him in some way. We'll see. Let's talk to Gabby about the dress.
What now, Carlos?
Are you going to tell me what you plan on preparing for the potluck, or what?
Preparing? Carlos, sweetie, why would you assume I would prepare anything for this potluck dinner? Ew. Even the words sound icky.
Look, I just need you to do this, okay? It would mean a lot to me.
I'm serious, Carlos.
really don't think it's too much to ask for. I mean, you are a housewife.
No, you don't just tell me, hey, Gabby, a coworker is having a potluck at his house, and we're going on such short notice. You know how I feel about the kitchen. I always like it shiny, clean, and elegant, which means no one should actually use the oven or stovetop. That's why God invented home delivery.
Beautiful on the outside, empty inside. Huh. Why does it remind me of someone?
Carlos, do you really think mocking me is the way to get me to do this favor for you?
Come on, Gabby. How long does it take to cook one dish? A couple of hours at the most. You've got more than enough time on your hands. Mama wouldn't have had any problem with this, you know.
Do not bring your mother into this, Carlos.
I'm just saying there are certain things a woman should be able to do in her own home, and this is one of them. Come on, these people are all business contacts. It's important for my career. We both know that when
So
my
I
career is
think
going well,
we'll
things tend to trickle down
probably
to you.
have to do
Little things like
some
diamonds.
dish for Gabby in order for her to give us the dress or the material.
Perhaps I was being too harsh.
You'll come around.
Glad you could make it.
Yes, I was happy to get your call.
I'll save us some time and cut to the chase.
Sounds good to me.
That's good to hear. Listen, I want to help Daniel out. When I was modeling full-time, I worked with a number of really famous clothing designers. And a lot of times, after the show was over, I had the habit of keeping some of the dresses I modeled. Just the ones that were my favorites. I'm not greedy, you know.
Isn't that stealing?
Well, if you want to get all technical, but that's not the point. One of the dresses is made entirely of the fabric that you and Daniel have been scrambling all over town to find. I suggest we make a deal.
So, what do you want from me?
Nothing like that, trust me. I like men far too much. I was thinking more of a trade. I give you the dress, and you help me out of my situation.
What situation is that?
You overheard our little discussion, right?
Yes, I did.
It's a simple trade. You prepare a nice dish for me to take to Carlos's potluck, and I give you the dress. Listen, that dress is just taking up space in my closet. So if you can just bring me a nice enough dish, I'd be more than happy to part with it.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Great. The dinner's coming up soon. A little too soon if you ask me. But anyways, I'll need you to bring one of your spectacular dishes by my house. ASAP. Don't mess up. If you bail on me, I'll be forced to hire a caterer. And that usually costs around $500.
Why not just order in the first place?
No, caterers cost money. Besides, if the food is perfect, Carlos will know I didn't make it. I need the flawed cooking that only someone like you is capable of. So, break an egg. Or whatever it is you tell chefs.
Thanks, it should be pretty easy. Okay, so let's go prepare a dish for Gabby. Gabrielle has offered to give you the garment for your dress in turn for a home-cooked meal. Bring her what she wants before she comes to her senses. To make something for her, select cook for Gabby on the stove before you make your dish. Cook for Gabby, so like, what do we do? Something we haven't done before, or let's make some strawberry dessert, since our highest score is A+. So preheat oven to 350. Let's chop strawberries first. Put it in the oven. Okay, now it's warmed up. Okay, and it's done. Well, it wasn't exactly perfect. She said, you know, we can make some flaws. So it's just A, it's not A+. But still perfect. Okay, so let's bring it back to Gabby.
So tell me, are you ready to hold up your end of the deal?
Yes, here we go, as promised.
And this is yours. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Yes, thanks.
This reminds me of the old days. Except instead of sushi in the green room, we have Bree's muffins. But at least I get to see my picture in print again.
What do you mean by that?
And it's finally for a good reason. Usually when Wisteria Lane is in the news, it's not exactly a happy occasion.
There's probably gonna be some photos made at the fashion show.
It's the truth.
When she walks on it. I know what you mean, I heard stories.
Anyway, let me give you some tips about how these fashion shows usually turn out. These shows are always madhouses. I'm sure Daniel could use some help. At the same time, there's always someone that, for one reason or another, wants to see the show fail. I doubt there's anyone like that around here, but you should keep a lookout anyway. As for me, I'll be too busy prepping for the show. Gotta perfect the walk, the attitude. Modeling is a serious business. So, that's the fashion industry for you.
The industry sounds so exciting.
Well, it's never boring, that's for sure. I hope your dress turns out well. See you in the show.
See ya, Gabrielle. Thanks to the Gabrielle, you now have the dress Daniel needs. Return it to him and see if he needs anything further. So let's just head over to the place where Daniel is.
Oh, you found it! How wonderful!
Yeah, Gabrielle and I organized a trade for it.
Did you? Well, I won't let you regret it. And oh, there's one more thing left I need from you to help finish things up.
What's that?
I have an accessory already picked out for you that will go perfectly with your new dress. Would you be a dear and stop by the shopping center to pick it up?
No problem, Daniel. I'll be there and back in no time.
Okay then, talk to you in a bit.
Bye, Daniel. The final touch. What good is a clothing ensemble without the proper accessories? Pick up the jewelry that Daniel has shipped in from the boutique in the mall, and your ensemble will be complete. When you get to the boutique, select the talk to owner action to pick up his package. So I think I'll just end this part here, and in the next one we'll go and pick up the jewelry for the fashion show. Okay guys, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye!